All right, let's get it. This is AK the Apostle. Let's talk sports, y'all. And of course, we want to talk about what happened last night. We've seen it all the sports shows today, and pretty much we all got the same take. 49ers dominated the Cowboys. They dominated all three phases of the game: special teams, defense, O line, D line, you name it. They dominated the game. Clearly, that was the more superior team. Now, of course, the hot topic is what we're going to do about that. Jerry got to make some real serious decisions. How much do he really want to invest in the season? Do he want to start Cooper Rush or Trey Lance, get them ready, or think about, because we see what we got with that. There's a disconnect somewhere. There is a lack of effort. It's not going to say he doesn't try. He's a great guy. He's a great leader, but his intangibles on the field has failed the team. There's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. You know, that deep to go route to Brandon Cooks wasn't even nowhere near the mark. It's time to start looking at what we want to do long term, or at least try to salvage this season that we can. You know what I mean? Jerry's going to have to break over the pocketbook and try, because if we're not going to put some of these younger players and give them opportunities to step up, especially on the defensive side, the Donovan Wilsons of the world, the Malik Hookers of the world, they are failing us. Van Der Esch is failing us. They're not making plays. They're not in the right spot. They live in great big gaping holes. And I mean, this ain't the first week those holes got exploited. There was definitely the Arizona game, definitely last night. Even a few plays here and there in the earlier games, we just was able to recover, and it didn't affect those games as much. But in the Arizona game and last night, that great big gaping hole that those guys keep leaving in the middle played detrimental. No excuses, but it's clear the secondary has been compromised since Trey been gone. So if you're not getting the production you need out of the Hookers, out of the Wilsons, out of the little, Jordan Lewis of the world, he made a great play on the McCaffrey fumble, but other than that, he was out of position half the night. The younger corners, the Nashawn Wrights, the Israel Matunikas, the Eric Scotts, put them out there. If you're not going to make a trade, you know what I mean? I say, Denver look like they might need a fire sale. So, man, pitch a deal for Surtain. Do something. We're going to have to crack over the piggy bank, make some trades to bring some more talent in. Because, frankly, the two teams that we got to worry about, the main two teams, not the only two teams, but the main two teams we got to worry about in the NFC, they have immense talent. Even when they had talent, they added talent. You know what I'm saying? 49ers already had a formidable front line, and they went and added Hargrave. They still had a group dope full line, and they just traded for Randy Gregory. They keep adding talent. That's what these teams are doing. You want to draft, but they're adding talent. They drafted one, and they're adding talents. They had a running game that was already good, and they still added McCaffrey. You're going to have to match fire with fire. You're going to have to crack over the piggy bank and bring some more bring some more people in the building. But the number one thing you got to fix, outside of the play calling, was atrocious on both sides of the ball. Dan Quinn had a horrible night, so did Mike McCarthy. But however, Mike McCarthy is also hampered by Dak. So, got to make a decision on Dak. It's either Dak I say give Dak one more week. I don't know why, but maybe one more week or two to get it together. I think last night should have been enough, though, to make us have to make a decision. I'm not going to lie to you. I think last night was enough to make us have to make a decision, but give them a couple weeks. But if you're going to, unless we're saying we're just going to hope to make the playoffs and hope that we can make it to the divisional round, and that'll be another year of disappointment. If that's what your aspiration is, just keep what you're doing. But if you want to try to take this thing to the next level, you're going to have to crack open the piggy bank, and on defense, you're going to have to let them young players play. You're going to have to let them youngest players on the field, especially in the secondary. Definitely going to have to put them younger players on the field, because what you got out there, I mean, Gilmore's lost a step. He wasn't brought here to be the number one. He was brought here to be a support system and a solid number two. be able to shut down the number twos. But now that Trey's gone, he's the number one. But he's definitely lost a step. He's not the Gilmore that he used to be, and that's fine because he wasn't brought here to be that. Deron Bland is okay, but he still has to mature. You need another dog out there, and just all your safeties. They're good players. Curse can't guard nothing. Hooker can't guard nobody, and neither can Wilson. You're gonna need somebody that can guard these better teams. You know what I mean? Because everybody's gonna do that now. It's a copycat league. So when we get out there, most teams are gonna run those same type of plays. They're gonna add those people. They're gonna try to attack the middle. They're gonna try to attack the seams. You're gonna have to come up with something to do it, and you're gonna have to put them younger, bigger corners on the field. Last thing I'm gonna say about this game. You know what I'm gonna say before another take? That's all I'm going to say about this game. We're going to get back at you on the next one. I got more takes coming. Boxer Talks will be added tomorrow at 1:30. And we're going to see you next. This is AK the Apostle. Let's talk sports.